I was advised to start early because I have 130 slides in 20 minutes, so okay, I was there. Also, I will do this as a free Portuguese lesson, okay? So I will change to Portuguese because you are in Portugal. I think you will know that we are crypto friendly, so you probably will be living in Portugal in 1 or 2 weeks. So this is your first Portuguese lesson, okay? Can we go that way? Okay, so, bom dia, meu nome é Luis. No, I will say in English, okay, so it's just, so my name is Luis. I've been in the space since February 2021, okay, so when we compare my presence in the space with some of the OGs that we saw here, it's quite different, but it has been quite a journey, and I'm here to talk with you about some learnings on this journey. We have seen all across the conference some insights and some learnings about different topics, but I'm here to talk to you about the journey of collecting NFTs and how you can migrate some of those learnings to your day-to-day activity if you're not full degen by now, okay? Sometimes this happens. We mixed our in real life with the NFT space, and we start to understand if this is something that we can do for the entire life. If you are not doing this, I will give you some learnings and tips to see if this is really for you or not, okay? So, as I was mentioned to you, brace yourself because it's quite, it's 40 slides, not 150, but it's 40 slides. It will go fast, okay? I was told that in NFT LA, there were, most of the speakers didn't have any NFTs, were just wandering around. Do you have old NFTs, or are you just curious about the space? Everyone has NFTs here? Yeah? Okay, so perfect. So I will fine-tune the speech and the topic related to that. Okay, as I mentioned to you, I'm here in the space since February 2021. I've been I have 6 jobs at the same time. Okay, I have 2 companies. I teach at the university. I do board games design, and of course I flip internet money for JPEGs as you do. Okay, so what I will give you is not just my feeling of the NFT space, but also the leverage that I'm bringing you from 20 years experience in Web 2.0, okay? So, and this is very relevant for those that are not full degen, okay? In the meantime, I understand also that you might be not full degen at the time. So who spends 1 to 2 hours a day in the space here? 1 to 2 hours? Okay. 4 hours a day? Half a day? Okay. And full degen mode? Okay. I see people lifting the hand in the 3 moments, but I would understand that it's okay. Okay. So I will talk to you mostly in this degen perspective, but the building perspective, okay? And I'm using the acronym, we are all going to make it, because I think that there are 5 key leverage things that we need to do. I will use this acronym. I will pack my stories within the acronym, and for you to unpack the learnings on the process, okay? So this is how it's scheduled. I have 4 or 5 slides just to activate your brain, because it's early and it's cold, okay? So just think about it, think of the number, and think of who said this, okay? So the Americans have need for the telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messenger boys. So where did this come from and when? 1878, okay? The guy that ran the British Postal Office, okay? So no need for phones. We have bellboys and it's good, okay? The television won't last because people will soon get tired of staring at the plywood. So who said this? A guy from the cinema in the 40s, okay? 1940s, guy from the cinema, this, okay? There is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home. When? 70s, okay? An engineer that thought maybe 7 or 8 computers in the world will be enough. Okay? It was this idea. Okay? Children aren't interested in witches and wizards anymore. a publisher's takes on J.K. Rowling in the 90s, okay? It is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business because it doesn't have a keyboard, yada, yada, yada. You can know this one. It's what? So it's not BlackBerry, it's Steve Ballmer, the CEO of Microsoft, in the launch of the iPhone in 2007. And, of course, interest in NFTs and metaverse is falling fast. Thinking cryptocurrency is bad, NFTs are even worse. March 2022. Okay, so it's what we are seeing, Forbes and Mashable, etc. So when we think of this is stupid, or you are taking 95 kilos of carbon dioxide every time you mint it, what we need to think is how we can make this better. But the drive to innovation and to tell you that it is stupid, you should stop. It's not the case. We need to transform this into what can we do to improve it, okay? So this is some of my portfolio. This is the PFP that you all know. This is the one-to-ones and some of the arts, because I fall in love with space related to the art, but I stayed related to how this really can transform people's lives and my life, and also how I am really enthusiastic about building stuff, and this is what I have, okay? So the world is evolving fast. We are seeing those kind of statements coming on and off, and we really need to understand how we can adapt. And these are the learnings that I will bring through you. I'm not the brightest guy in the room, for sure. The NFT space is full of brightest people, but I have one characteristic that is very strong, that is curiosity. And in January and February of 2021, I just did the deep dive, and I went to look of the topics of the blockchain, the topics of cryptocurrency, and the digital art. I fell in love, and most of you probably did the same, but the curiosity is something that put me apart on this process, and the journey will be related to that, okay? So, first W of we are going to make it, yeah? First W is about the world, is about context, and this is not rocket science. This is the first part that you need to enter. So those that are not in the space and that are one hour per day, this is the first basic step for you to enter. Is it overwhelming? Yes. It is everything new? Yes. But you need to master not only the lexicus and the basics, you also need to master why people collect and why people are into NFTs, okay? And you need to go into behavioral research mode and understand, okay, so people are here 95% to flip for money, but some of them are for the culture, some of them are for the art, some of them are for the revolution that it comes in the next moment, and you really need to understand why this. Because when you understand, you have the basis for you to work upon what you are giving to the space. And there is a lot of things that we can give to the space other than being a collector or an artist. Okay? Good? So this is common sense, but it's not common practice. But how can you act on this? So when you go into the rabbit hole, 1 hour turns to 2, 2 hours turn to 4, and we lose the day. Okay? And we lose the day easy because it's very attractive. We see the amount of money and some of the aspects really look effortless. Okay, so how did they come up with this so fast, and how they could achieve this fortune? And this is very important. So I have 3 tips on this. It's very important to have a low information diet. You need to select your sources and be very critical on what you read and how you invest on time researching. Okay? You need to find the best tool in each moment. So if you are covering floor prices, choose one tool, go there. And you need to find one tool for the alpha, okay? Usually we use Twitter and Discord for sure, but when you have 20, 30 projects to come up with, you can't go through the process of Discord. I'm 44, almost 45. Discord has 400 messages a second. It's impossible for us to track. So we need to come up with new solutions in the space for our work to be better. We need to see the solutions for collecting rewards of the projects, everything related to that. And it's important that we go through this part. After we go to this part, we need really to enter, experience, and then start to invest heavily if we think this is the way. I come up with this post of Punk6529, that really connects with this that I'm saying. So, most fateful day of last decade, let me go see what this OpenSea thing is, buys 0.01 ETH NFT just to see what this is all about, okay? So we was testing. And are you all familiar with Punk 6529? Okay. It's a different reality now, okay? So this, try, learn, understand. If you think you have the understanding of the process, try, immerse yourself, and go from 1 hour to 2 hours, etc. Okay? So this is the context. Not rocket science, but it's the basic first step for us. Okay? The second part is artists. And I put artists here, but I mean builders, everyone. So I'm going to be a play-to-earn person. I will be a community manager. I will be a strategic or a visionary or a communication guy. Okay? So it's here. When you go through this space, we need to understand that it's early, but, okay? We have close to 300 artists already that sold more than $1 million in NFT digital art, okay? We have a space that is overwhelming for those that are building because it's very demanding and you need a specific set of skills to do it because you need to be an artist, you need to be an expert in Twitter, you need to have vision, you need to have the connections and the engagement in order for you to thrive, you need to appear always happy and joyful and relatable, and this is very important. And I give you here an example. I sent an idea to Fabio Gianpietro and MBSK that are two great artists of the space, and their answers a couple of days. Hi Luis, I'm overwhelmed, I will look at later. Sorry, I haven't forgot it, I'm rammed on a deadline. So this is the daily basis of an artist or someone that is building, okay? So this communication, art, tech, mastery is very rare. And you see a couple of them, okay? I have a good example, and we have been fortunate enough to have a good example in Portugal. That is Alexandre Fart, that is Vils. I think that you know. Vils is a visionary because he can master the communication, he can master the art, of course, and also he is innovator in the digital space, so we can work the tech perspective. But we see 3 or 4 of them. We see people that sent, I don't know the story, but in the drop that he sent, last one, he sent a pair of underwear. Did you saw that one? So those that bought Beeple's NFT, he sent some underwear because they will shit themselves when they received it. Okay, so this kind of vision and approach is from the extraordinary people in the space. But most of us are not like this, and we will get burned on the process trying to multitask everything. Okay, so what shall we do? Okay, so we need to benchmark the best. Okay? Don't try to follow everyone, but try to follow those that are really important. So if you are into NFT photography, you need to follow and listen to Justin Aversano. If you are into merge and technology, you need to find the work of Murat Pak. You need to understand those that are different. You need really to be grateful and give, because you start in the journey by not asking or shilling, by giving and connecting. And I can't state this enough. The community is really important. If you leverage on each other, and for this you need the space and the time to do other things than the art. So it is very, very hard to balance, but this is the way, okay? So 2 points here. If you are in the space, you need to really understand that you are not the brightest people in the room, okay? There are hugely important people and really bright that are seeing the opportunities in the space that are coming. But you need to also to understand there is always a possibility for you to differentiate yourself, okay? And this is a work from Vils that he started work with explosives. So here he is creating an NFT that is an explosion, okay? And you see the face. And then when you see the next part, he blows up the pillars, and the piece of work goes away. So the only active memory of this art is the NFT, not more, okay? So if you think this has, of course, the genius and the brilliancy of the execution that he has, but there is always innovation on the space and the possibility for us to differentiate yourself other than doing another animal PFP collection that you don't see any added value, okay? Good? So first, dive, understand, then encounter the solutions for you to enter the space as an artist, as a collector, but with differentiation points. Good? So Lex, everything will collapse without a plan, okay? And I understand that if you are just looking at collection, you might be able to do it. I could do it because I have two companies, so it's easy for me to take a bit of money, find a good solution, and try this project, etc. But if you are going to make a career out of NFTs, if you don't have a game plan, you will get wrecked, okay? And this is very important. Usually, we have seen more and more in the space the need for more hours, okay? Also, we have increased speed and need for delivery, so the community hasn't heard from me in 2 or 3 days. They must think I'm dead, okay? And you have attention bias. You see left and right, and you see all the guys and girls stating that they sold and they are doing this amazing project and etc. So if you don't understand that it is a process and a road, it will take a toll out of you, okay? So my suggestions for you in this part is really create quality art or create quality work. This is very important. Don't go simps, don't go trash stuff. Do things that are good and original, okay? Also very important, you need to find a close feedback loop that is candid and fair. One of the principal problems of the artist is everyone says, oh, and Isabel, your work is amazing, and Tiago, and Vils, etc. But if you have a good, candid feedback loop that say, try this, challenge this, and go open on this, this will be very important for us to go forward on this process, okay? And the second part, the third part is, we really need to stick with your game plan. And I will tell you my story related to this. I entered the space launching an artist, okay? And I told to him, you are an illustrator, we will try this and see if it works. And on April 11th of last year, we sold 15,000 euros on Foundation, first day that we presented. It was good. So I started in this journey, and he started doing derivatives of punks and Bored Apes. And for him to connect with the community, I bought a Bored Ape, 0.45 on May 2nd or 3rd, okay? The artist pressured me a lot to sell the Bored Ape at 2 ETH, at 4 ETH, at 6 ETH, at 10 ETH, at 20 ETH, etc. But I didn't, because my game plan was to stake it at long term and to understand it. And I saw where the movement was going. But if you don't stick with the game plan, you will miss the opportunity and you will be outside of everything that this world can give you. Okay, so as you understand, I still have my Bored Ape, and this was one of the best decisions of my life, for sure, as you probably understand. Okay, and this is very easy to understand. This is a talk from some guys from the project that state here, if we create an NFT for you and you like it, could you post it on your Twitter? Okay, so we have these types every time. Now, what I said to them was, do you have 10 minutes to pitch me your project? I will give you candid feedback on the project. It's better than for me to put on the Twitter, because if I give you my learnings, this is the way I give back. It's better than just putting on the Twitter. Okay, so go for feedback. And stick to your game plan is very important, okay? So my third collection, I worked with Tina Eisen in a drop in the summer and in Christmas, and we did a full project management. We took care of everything. We both were happy, but we were sticking with the plan. Thank you, Camila. Okay? So game plan is 3. Fourth is movement. And movement, why? Because we are really always behind on our space, always. There is after we do, and this is the problem, we are focusing, I did my first collection in 40 days, okay? My PFP collection, that most of you probably remember, it's Bulls on the Block, okay? I was a silent founder of Bulls on the Block. And I did for 40 days Bulls on the Block. Bulls on the Block sold out in 19 minutes. And after that, we were fully immersed on that. And after that, the founders that were with me said, let's do this on Bitcoin Cash. Okay? Good. So it's the same thing. So it's very easy for you to stay into another PFP collection. Okay? Because it's something that you were successful. Let's go in this direction. Okay? And this will take you the possibility for you to understand where the space is moving and to become relevant on the space. So try to go in a different way. Also, the communities will pressure you on day one after the drop. What's next? What's the roadmap? What is important? So this is very important for you to understand. And things really change fast. And when you don't adapt and you don't cope with this, you have mental breakdowns, okay? My Illustrated cracked down. I had 2 months of therapy after my second project because it didn't went well. And it's very important that we understand where we are going and we take the significant steps to protect our mental health as we are doing in this journey because movement is very fast, okay? So, recommendations. You need to understand and follow where the things are heading. Is it fractional art? Is it AI combined, as we see in Metascapes, meta landscapes? Is it gaming? Always try to bring the utility in the perspective of connecting to events and physical pieces, etc. Or the topic of physical is very important. And really, what I can recommend to you is really show with your vision and enthusiasm where you are going as someone that is in the space. Because if you do that, it's very easy for people to follow you because they embrace the vision. If you bring a vision that stirs everyone's blood, and they will go with you and they connect, okay? So these are the suggestions. I have here Jenkins Develop, that is a beautiful project that goes beyond the Bored Ape perspective and adds value and vision, and it's very, very interesting. And these are the kind of projects that we need to be inspired of and that we need to bring to the space in my perspective, okay? So this is a post from Mondoir that states, not everyone is a player and a coach in sports. There are tons of other opportunities, and we can be anything else other than a collector or an artist. We can be a community manager, we can be everything. Just focus on what are your differentiating key points and then bring that because you'll make a difference in the world. Okay, Camila, I know that we are running out of time. I'm just finishing the two last slides, and this is important because if you don't take the learnings into the process, you will crash. Okay, it's impossible not to. Okay. You will be rugged, you'll get wrecked. It's impossible for you to get 100% right. Yesterday I was watching a mutant floor at 23 ETH, but I knew that it would be in 25 ETH and it will be 30 in the weekend. And I thought, and I was too late because I was dining with kids. And if you don't have that, you are lost because you need to bridge the two topics, okay? So I took the responsibility to let that opportunity go. I had dinner with kids and it was gone, okay? Also, you'll get scammed, for sure. My story is very easy. I was giving something in a 0.1 offer. The guy impersonated the winner on the Twitter. He sent me the message. I will send you tomorrow. It's my birthday. Please send it now. So it was a 0.1 token that I sent to him. Best learning experience of my life. It was a 0.1. That's nice. So this is important. So on the ACT perspective, you need to learn of every no. It's full of no's, our space. It's full of things that we need, the pushbacks, etc. Let's learn and take the key takeaways. We need really to become the storytellers. If we don't have a compelling story, we will not be followed, we will not be heard, our project will not make a difference, okay? So be a storyteller. Even if you are an artist, train storytelling, okay? And try to bet on some new things, some Hail Marys, some things that really can be impressive to you and say, oh, if it works, it's an Hail Mary and I will be really successful in life, okay? So try new stuff, okay? So be grateful give without expecting, and for sure the community will give back 10, 20% more, and in my case it was 200 more, so I will be forever grateful to enter the space. Okay, so this was it. It was a privilege. If you want to hear some untold stories, I'll be here in the afternoon. Thank you for your time and enjoy the conference, okay? Bye-bye.